Hi. How is everyone doing? I think I've missed doing a live last weekend, so I thought I'd hop on. I'm making Buffalo Bills snow pants today out of a comforter set. So I was doing the fitting, and now that it's fit, I'm going to take it apart and cut out the lining. So I kind of make the pattern first, and then make all my marks, then take it apart. So I'm not going to the Bills game tomorrow, which is good because it's supposed to be crazy cold, but I'm going a week from tomorrow. So I want to make a little new outfit for myself. Joy asks, when is the new season of The Mandalorian? And I don't know if there's going to be one soon because they're making the Mando and Grogu movie, which I believe is underway in production, but I'm not sure. Is that coming out next year, year after? Favorite Star Wars show is Andor. Andor is the best one. But I enjoy something about all of them. But Andor is the one where I was going, wow, that's just really good. So you're watching with your baby Yoda doll. Mine's right there, hanging out. I forgot him last time, so I want to make sure I had him this time. Yeah, Andor is so good. It's just really good storytelling. It's not for kids, which is a little bit unusual for a Star Wars thing. Do you recommend watching The Mandalorian show? I do, especially the first season. The first season is very good. It's television. It's exciting. It tells a good story. Second season is also pretty good. The third season is less good in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But the first season is great. You got a Baby Yoda glow-in-the-dark train set. Wow, I didn't know there was such a thing. Hi from Iowa. Hi. What's the weather like in Iowa? Yeah, game tomorrow is exciting. I know the Patriots haven't had such a great season this year, but it's always a battle. Patriots Bills, and especially with the weather not going to be great. It's not great for both teams. You know what I mean? So, and the Patriots are no strangers to playing in cold weather. So, it'll be interesting, especially if it's going to be windy too. Go New York Giants. Yeah, they're having a year as tough as the Patriots, sadly. I feel bad for their fans. Grogu from Isaac. Yeah, I said it. Go Bills. Are you going to miss the game, Nathaniel? Mandalorian is very good. It's just a solid show, you know? Hey, may the force be with you as well. I'm doing good. Just trying to get stuff done. I haven't wrapped any gifts. I haven't totally cleaned up. Jeremy's out doing the last of the kind of food shopping. It's weird. I feel like Christmas is Monday, but it's not. There's actually 2 more days. Christmas is not till Wednesday. But it just feels like this is like the last weekend to get everything done. You know what I mean? So. Oh, thank you. I got my hair done yesterday. So it still kind of has a salon blowout. So thank you. And it was due for a cut. I got a little over an inch off. It was just getting a little dry and unhealthy. Go Bills. I'm glad you're here too. Bills are having a great year. It's really exciting. Oh, thank you so much. Some nice comments on my videos. I commented about they haven't seen my videos in a while. I feel like the YouTube algorithm has maybe shifted a little bit, not in my favor lately, but I'm not complaining. I've had a really nice run, and I also know with a lot of, and this is true of a lot of Shorts creators, a lot of people who subscribe to Shorts don't get notified when I post a new video. But also, I post a video almost nearly every day. I aim for about 6 a week. I used to take like one day in the middle of the week off. I think this week I didn't post on Thursday or something like that. So that's okay. I like making videos, and I'm still, my videos are still shown here way more than they are on any other platform. Hi, Om. All right, so these comments are a little weird. So I'm Oh, Robert asks about on a rate from 1 to 10, how was the experience on Disney Treasure? I would say it's a good solid 9. It was very short. I mean, it was only 3 days, but that really wasn't enough to see every single part of the ship. And then also, I felt a lot of. I really wanted. It was such a reward to go there, that I wanted to make a lot of content to sort of say thank you. So I was making so many videos. I never really stopped to relax and enjoy the ship, which is okay. I mean, I'm there to make content and help with the marketing. I'm not there to have a vacation. So, but it was great. And we had great weather, which was fantastic. Oh, Joni, thank you so much. CJ asked how many Bills games I've gone to. I usually go to one a year. Sometimes it works out that I get to go to an away game too. Like this year, I went to the Jets game, the away Jets game. So I'll go to both Jets games, which is just not on purpose. This is how the scheduling worked out. But then I think then last year, I couldn't get to the Meadowlands at all. I think because they opened the season there, the season opener, and I had a conflict. So I'd love to go to a game in LA. I'm out in LA quite a bit, and I've never been to SoFi, so I'd love to go. So usually I just get to go to one game. So this year, just with the way the schedule worked out, and also Buffalo played so few Sunday 1 p.m. games, which are kind of the easiest to get. They played so many primetime games. Even tomorrow's game is getting flexed to 4 o'clock. So I was aiming for a Sunday 1 o'clock game, and this was the only one that worked in my schedule. So I'm excited for it though. Favorite Star Wars movie or show is favorite Star Wars movie is a 3-way tie with Rogue One, The Force Awakens, and The Empire Strikes Back. And the favorite show is Andor, but I also really like The Mandalorian too, obviously. Hi, thank you for subscribing. Favorite, sorry, I was just getting rid of some, hang on. Favorite Star Wars character, sorry about that. Also, I can't pick one. I pick Leia and Chirrut Imwe and Jyn Erso. So, and favorite Marvel character who isn't Wanda? I would say Gamora. I mean, it's hard. At the time when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, was it 2014? Like, we hadn't had a female character like Gamora before, so it was really exciting to see on screen. And then I really liked in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 how she and Peter didn't get back together because she's a different version of herself, which I just thought was really interesting. So, favorite Star Wars ship? Ooh, that's a good question. It's hard not to go Millennium Falcon because that's a classic, but I like the Razor Crest too. I was really surprised, spoilers, with what happened to the Razor Crest in season 2. I did not see that coming. Baby Yoda's right there, right over my shoulder. He's the one that's in all my videos. You're going to the Bills Jets game next year. That's great. Would you cosplay as Leia and Jeremy's Han Solo? I don't think Jeremy's a Han Solo kind of guy, and I mean that as a compliment. I don't think that really suits him. He's a little too straight-laced for that. He'd be more of like an officer kind of guy, rebel or imperial. Hi, crazy boy. Hi, Brayden. Go Bills. Jessica, I love your comment. If the Bills make the Super Bowl, I'd love it to see a Kate Bishop Bills crossover cosplay. Do you know, I have thought of that? Like her jacket, you know how it's like color blocked in different shades of purple? I'm like, you could just do that same color blocking, but in blue and red. I could see doing that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I would just want to give it a lot of thought and make sure it doesn't come off as like creepy, Because I do believe that every professional deserves to have a personal life. Like, they really haven't made their personal life this big showcase, maybe the way other celebrities have. And so I give some thought to it, like, is this weird? Is this a little weird doing this? But I think that's a great idea, and I thought about it myself. Because it's a sporty look, It lends itself well to an athletic reinterpretation. We do need a new Razor Crest. I know he has the N1 Naboo Starfighter, but that is not practical for bounty hunting. I mean, where does he put his cargo? There's no, like, bounty hunters don't drive like a Corvette, they drive a minivan. They need to have a bunch of different equipment and weapons, the guys in carbonite, holding cells. That it's a little starfighter. That it was a cool scene putting it together, but it is not practical for his job. Favorite Star Wars bike? I don't know, the original speeder bike, I think, from Return of the Jedi. Oh, Kira, that's a nice compliment. Thank you so much. Make a movie with Marvel? If I could, I would. What's the longest suit you made? Are you asking what costume took the longest? It's hard to really measure because I do start and stop. I don't work in a costume like, 16 hours a day. I do other things with my day. So if a costume takes me 20 days, it didn't take me like 20 full days. You know what I mean? I think from start to finish, Boba Fett now, because I'm still working on it. But Bo-Katan took a long time, only because I had to take a big break in the middle when it was just way too humid to paint over the summer. So start to finish, that was probably the longest. But if you took that break out, I don't know, any cosplay like Bo-Katan the Mandalorian that there's a lot of painting because you have to wait for coats of paint to dry, wait for coats of primer to dry, You can't rush that process. Whereas sewing, you don't have those waitings, just keep sewing, With painting armor, there are these 24-hour periods of drying that you just can't rush. Have I seen the Japanese Pepsi Battle drone carrier for the Phantom Menace? Oh, yeah. For a second, I was thinking you meant like a drone. Yeah, it held like 6 Pepsi cans. I've never seen it in person, but I've seen it in videos. Will you ever try Marvel Rivals? I haven't been sucked into a Marvel game yet. I tried it at New York Comic Con and liked it, but I think I downloaded it, but I haven't started playing it, though I know a lot of people are enjoying it. I do spend a lot of time with mobile games, but mostly Star Wars ones. I play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I've recently gotten to Star Wars Hunters as well. But Galaxy of Heroes is my big mobile game. That's my big time suck. I don't know if I actually have time for another game, But everyone's talking about it. I'm very curious about it. What's the best food I've ever had? Man, I've had a lot of good food. Foods that comes to mind when I've had just a really nice meal that's when the ingredients are super fresh, like if you have seafood on the beach, or you go to a really good steak place that sources really high quality beef, those stick out. It's really memorable. And then recently I was visiting my friend Sunflower Stardust, who you all know here on YouTube. She does the Dolores MHR, and she and I went and got barbecue, and I got these brisket tacos, and they were so good. And then we also went to a vegan coffee place, and I've never really had a lot of vegan baked goods, but I got this apple pie cupcake, and it was so good that I stood up and bought another one to take home to eat the next day. It was so good. What's your favorite event you've ever went to? Oh, that's such a cool question. I do like getting to go to conventions. It's just a huge honor, and I get to meet people like you that subscribe or watch my videos, and that's it. And they say such nice things, and I'm just kind of blown away. So that's easily like a big MegaCon last year in Orlando was really humbling in terms of just the amount of people that wanted to come and say hi. And then in terms of like a company event, going to a Bills game, it feels like a huge honor. Getting to go in the field, and then all the movie premieres I've gotten to have been amazing. I did get to go to Avatar: The Way of Water, and that one was incredibly memorable. It was just a really big premiere. Yeah. I hope to never take any of these experiences for granted. So they're all amazing. Your sister is Jenny Talia. Can you wish her a happy birthday? Oh, Jenny, I hope you have a great birthday. I hope it's warm where you live. Do you know any lightsaber tricks? I taught myself the Obi Annie from Carly King's video, but you need to kind of keep practicing to keep it up, and I haven't practiced. But since then, I have gotten a lightsaber that's a baselit. Most of the lightsabers I have are NeoPixel, so but a baselit one is nice because it's lighter, and I feel more comfortable practicing with it because if the blade falls off or I bang it, it's just an empty plastic tube, you know, there's no electronics in there. Oh, Jake Bob, thank you, welcome. Do you like Doctor Strange for favorite character? And also, hi. I like Doctor Strange. I made a Doctor Strange costume for my husband and he loves it. So we're Doctor Strange fans here. Hey, Isabella. Oh, Twinkles, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like the videos. Spotty Productions asked, would I join the 501st Legion? I would, and I have. I'm partnering with YouTube, but I'm just going to mention this, that to test out the new features called Jewels. And Jewels is this like little icon right there. It's just a way to give gifts during live streams that aren't like, have a dollar amount printed on them. So you give like a $1 jewel, and so it comes up as a jewel instead of $1. It's basically just replicating the way that TikTok does it. You don't have to give me any gifts. I'm just explaining what that icon is. And also I'm partnering with YouTube to help them test it and talk about it. So I'm trying to go live every week, and I missed last week. So that's what that is. That's Jewels. So I'm helping YouTube test it out. What's your favorite thing to create? I do like sewing the best. And for the reason I kind of described earlier, like I don't like waiting around. I'll lose interest. Like even when I'm waiting for something to 3D print or waiting for something to dry painting, I'm like, oh, you know, I like to keep momentum with what I'm working on. Even this, like I took the legs apart and I'm like, oh, I can see like, oh, after I go live, then it's going to be snack time. And then it'll be dark before I get to work on this again. So I like sewing because it kind of keeps the momentum going, you know? You're the same Baby Yoda. That's awesome. I've been thinking about, mine's due for a little restuff and a cleaning, I think. I took him to Walmart. Oh yeah, for the video I posted this morning. I shot that yesterday. And I'm like, oh, he's starting to look a little like he could use a little refresh. So, go Bills. Hi, Zara. Oh, so like asked, will there any be Doctor Who related content? Oh, that's amazing. I have family members that are big Doctor Who fans, so I'm aware of the show. I don't, though, feel like I know it well enough to make content about it. That said, I do have plans for the David Tennant Doctor cosplay. I just feel like that's a fun, easy convention cosplay. I'm still kind of working on sourcing a really good tie. I know he doesn't always wear a tie with that suit. But I was inspired because I found this like great women's like wool brown pinstripe suit. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be so great for, oh my gosh, I'm getting my doctor's, that's 10th Doctor right. I'm sorry, oh my gosh. See, this is why I can't make videos about it. But like, oh, all I need next is the screwdriver and a good tie, but no plans for Doctor Who content, I'm sorry to say. I respect that franchise too much to kind of not do it great, you know? Hi, Elena. What's your opinion on the Mandalorian movie? I would prefer if there was television, quite frankly. I'm not sure. But I'm glad they're making any Star Wars movie. Like we haven't had a Star Wars movie in 5 years. It's 2019 when The Rise of Skywalker came out. So I'm glad there is a Star Wars movie. I don't know, you know. I don't want to prejudge something I haven't seen though. I mean, hopefully it's amazing, and everybody likes it. So I'm very curious about it to see what the story is going to be. Could you make a video with Grogu, Stitch, Wally, and Baymax? That sounds amazing. I don't have a Stitch, Wally, or Baymax at my disposal. But if I was an animator, I would totally do that. That sounds adorable. Oh, Butterfly, thank you so much. Maybe a new ship will appear in the movie. Maybe. Definitely needs that minivan. Someone asked how many bills, things do you have? I actually have very few that have been given to me as gifts. There's a couple bottles up there. Both those are gifts. My Stanley is up here somewhere. It's a gift. I just got an Echo Dot from Amazon Devices. Over there, you can't see it. That was a gift. This jersey was a gift. And I bought this hoodie. So, yeah. But I like the bills, you know? What's my favorite DIY costume of the costumes that I've made? Well, I usually say the costumes that have the most different techniques, like Mandalorian, Bo-Katan, or the armorer, because there was sewing, there was leather work, there was 3D printing, there was painting. There was so many different skills in it that I'm like, wow, I'm really, really proud of those. Yeah, I would prefer if they make a new season of The Mandalorian. Should the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl? I think they're not having a great year. I don't follow the NFC as closely. I'll be very honest with you. But last I checked, I think they're having kind of a tough season, unfortunately. So I don't think they're going to go. They might already be eliminated. But I'm not really up on who's eliminated and who's not in the NFC, to be honest. You made a helmet out of cardboard yesterday. That's amazing. I have seen the Death Star Christmas tree topper. That's very, very cool. I don't have it. I don't have a lot of Star Wars ornaments. I like kind of a eclectic mishmash of like travel ornaments and homemade ornaments. I have a few Star Wars ones, but it's not a Star Wars themed tree. Oh, Warlock, thank you for subscribing so long. Do you have any recommendations for making costumes warmer for winter? It's funny because most people really sweat in their costumes. So trying to get them cooler is usually what most people do. For just really thin layers underneath is usually what I do. So instead of like, you can't obviously, a lot of costumes, you can't fit a coat underneath your costume, but you could fit like a thermal layer and a heat tech layer, you know, like that. It's a lot of thin layers and like fleece tights, stuff like that. Oh, Matthew, thank you so much. Non-Newtonian, thank you so much. And my dark side or light side? I think I'm definitely not dark side. I don't know if I'm but I think mostly I would be like neutral, just kind of trying to get the citizenship municipality just kind of functional, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a fighter. I don't want to fight dark side people. I don't want to fight light side people. I just want to maybe keep the store open kind of thing. So, hi, Davey. Hi, William. What's the best pop? I think if you're from Western New York, you're asking what's the best soda or soft drink. I am a Coke Zero girly. If you're asking what the best pop music is, I'm not really sure. Rashiki wants to see Yoda. He is right there. Grogu. Hi, Amanda. Dr. Yi, thank you so much. I started cosplaying in 2016. I had always made Halloween costumes for myself, and I wanted to evolve from that. And a Halloween costume I was researching, and I discovered the world of cosplay and been doing it ever since. Can I do a video with anything Demon Slayer? I don't have any Demon Slayer plans, but that does make me think of at MegaCon. I saw this incredible costume. This girl, she had made the cage to carry on her back, and her little sister was in there. And it was wood, it was heavy, it was wild, it was so creative and so amazing that she made that. And I was like, oh my gosh. That's a very impressive Demon Slayer costume. Have you seen the Star Wars cookbook? Yes, I've gotten a couple of gifts. They're fun. I have the Galaxy's Edge one too. Oh, Safe, thank you so much. Ha! No, I just put Grogu there so he could be seen in the live because people always ask about him. So I put him there just so he's visible. So also I could work on taking these pants apart. Who's your favorite character ever from any content? Oh, wow, that is a good question. I don't know if I have an answer to that. I don't think this is my answer, but you know, what movie I just had the other day was Birds of Prey, that Harley Quinn movie. And I'm not a Harley Quinn fan, but I really liked that movie a lot. And that's not even remotely answering your question, but there are good women characters in there. And that was, because I was thinking about your question going, well, who, like if a movie comes on, I might go, oh, I'm excited to watch these characters. Birds of Prey kind of popped up in my mind like that. Oh, Margarita, thank you so much. I don't watch NASCAR, so I don't have a favorite driver anymore. How many YouTube conventions have I been to? I've never been to a YouTube convention. Maybe one. I don't. If they have them, I'm not aware of them either. Favorite Chiefs player? I don't think I have one. Though I liked Marquise Valdez-Scalding when he was on the Bills for like a second at the beginning of the year, and he was mic'd up, and that was funny. But then I guess he got released or traded, but I have nothing against the Chiefs. I just feel like maybe let someone else have a turn. But they're a great team. I don't know if the Bills will make it to the Super Bowl. I certainly hope so. This is not live on TikTok, no. Do you want a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt? I will send you one. That's very sweet, but I wouldn't wear it, honestly. I'm pretty loyal to the Bills. But thank you. That's so kind of you to offer. Hi from New Zealand. Hi. Everyone keeps asking about Baby Yoda. He is right there. So I'm not sure why people are saying they can't see him, but he is right there. -20 where you are. That is cold. Oh, Anthony, thank you so much. If you take Grogu to build his own lightsaber at Disney, that would be very fun, but then I would have to pay for it, right? And I don't think I'm a custom lightsaber builder kind of gal. I like lightsabers, but I like the ones that replicate what's on screen, you know? But I've heard people have had that experience where they go to build a lightsaber and they think it's amazing, so. Oh, thank you so much, Brinkshot. I appreciate that. Favorite drivers are Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. I've heard those names. Hi, everyone. Favorite live action Sith? Ooh, maybe Maul. I like Maul's whole look, you know? Unfortunately, a lot of Maul's story then happens outside of live action, which is a shame, but I like his design a lot. Do I love Josh Allen? I mean, I love all the players. Not like romantically, but I think he's an unbelievable quarterback, and I'm very glad he's on the Bills. Dalton says he likes the Detroit Lions. They're a great team. What an offense. That was a nail-biting game. All right, Nightmare, thanks for coming by. SP34 Gaming keeps asking about the oldest suit I've made, and maybe you're asking what my first costume was, and that was Rey from The Force Awakens. That was my first cosplay. The first, pardon me, the first costume I ever made was a pirate. I actually just wore it recently on the Disney Treasure. I am making snow pants. I'm going to the Bills game next weekend. So I'm taking that same comforter set and I cut it into pants. So where I'm at right now is I've fit them. So then I want to take them apart and add like some detail to them. But I didn't want to do that until I'd already kind of worked out the pattern. So how that works is I sewed them together. I made all the markings where I like it. Now I'm taking it entirely apart to add some detail and pockets and all that stuff, and I'll sew it back together. So I just thought while I was unpicking it and pinning it, I thought I could go live and get caught up with everybody. Oh man, that's a very creative question. A crazy scientist builds a portal to the Star Wars universe, allowed to enter and bring back 3 objects up to the size of the Millennium Falcon. What do you come back with? Well, I'd love a spaceship. but where would I hide it? You know, I'm thinking practicality. So something with hyperspace capabilities, maybe an X-wing. But I want to have people to go with me. So I don't know, maybe like some sort of ship. I don't know if I want a lightsaber. That feels kind of dangerous. But I think maybe a holocron would be cool, like having all the knowledge of Star Wars in like a little data pad, maybe. You know, what am I talking about? I want a lightsaber too. And I wouldn't care whose lightsaber, just something cool. That's a fun question. Oh, thank you so much. Oh no, Catherine, I'm so sad to hear that you have COVID. A lot is going around. When I was in the city, like everyone is like coughing, and it's really hard to stay healthy. Yes, I have one Star Trek costume. Well, I have two. Jeremy, my first Halloween costume were store-bought Star Trek costumes from Star Trek Beyond. And then very recently I made hologram Janeway. I made a jacket like her Voyager uniform look. I didn't make the whole costume. I just made the jacket because of the time and the budget for the project. But I really liked it. It was really fun to do. And I put the pin on it, you know. I think if I had a dream Star Trek costume, it would probably be the Wrath of Khan away team coats. Those coats are just so much detail. Really, really cool. What's your opinion on the new Wicked movie? I saw it. I really liked it. I want to see it again. I think it'll be in theaters for a little bit. I don't really have an interest in going to the sing-along version, but I do want to see it again. I really enjoyed it. I thought I would enjoy it, and I enjoyed it in different ways than I predicted to. We had a great time. So, and it went by really fast. And I knew it was 2 hours and 40 minutes and didn't feel that way. It like flew by. Hi, animation. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you had the worst week. Merry Christmas to everyone. Do you think there should be another Star Wars trilogy after the last one? I don't really care if there are trilogies or not. I would think it'd be just cool to make some movies. Like, I love Rogue One. That wasn't part of a trilogy. I thought Solo was great, not part of a trilogy. You know what I mean? Like, I think we can just make movies without worrying about this 3-movie structure. So, and I feel like we've kind of wrapped up the Skywalker story. Maybe some new stuff, but no one asked me. Favorite cosplay I've made, I said this earlier, but any costume that involved multiple techniques, like Mando or Bo-Katan, or the armor that had sewing and 3D printing and painting. That's really rewarding to see the finished product have so much to it, you know. Do you think Grievous or Obi-Wan would have been better if Grievous had double-bladed lightsabers in Revenge of the Sith? Well, I don't know how great Grievous would be with double-bladed lightsabers. I mean, he had 4 of them, and he was spinning them. So if he was spinning, he would like cut himself apart. I think he essentially had the effect of double-bladed lightsabers because of all the lightsabers that he had. So, and I think ultimately Obi-Wan still would have prevailed because Obi-Wan was more mobile and nimble than Grievous was. Grievous was just like, he just clunked around. So when he can't move quick, he was not going to prevail. I think the Eagles are having a good year. So I think an Eagles-Bills Super Bowl would be super fun. I think Bills-Lions Super Bowl would be even more fun. But as long as Bills and somebody, I don't care. Hi, everyone. Do you play video games? I don't play a lot of console games, but I do play mobile games. I play mobile Star Wars games a lot. I play a lot of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I just started with Star Wars Hunters. And I have a Disney game I check in every once in a while too, Disney Magic Kingdoms. But that game kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of wrapping it up with that game. I've played it a long time, and I sort of had it with it. Oh, Tom, with your steampunk Maleficent. That sounds fantastic. What a cool costume. Solrak asked about Jen in the costume closet. I haven't posted a costume closet in a while. I think I've been focusing a lot on the Women of the MCU skits and those storylines. We had such a kind of rush of new people, and then I also wanted to get Captain Carter in there. So I've been working more on getting those out. But in the new year, we'll get back to the closet for sure. Christmas special. Someone's asked about Supermom Christmas special. Okay, so we're working on an arc about the Force Ghost Tree. We talked about the list. We went shopping. Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to post a Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. That's going to be Grogu confronting Santa about why doesn't he shop for every kid? And then we'll do a post-Christmas video next Saturday, which I can't believe will be the Saturday after Christmas already, about comparing Christmas leftovers and Thanksgiving leftovers. So you on my live will know that little arc, because I felt like, what is this, my 4th or 5th Christmas I've done with Grogu, and I just felt that I had done enough of Grogu wanting to make lists and to get presents under the tree. I just feel like, obviously I'll do that again if we're still doing these a year from now, but for this year I'm like, let's just do something a little bit different. So I like the arc about like the angel tree, but instead of the angel tree, it's the Force Ghost tree to help kids at the place where Trooper Mom volunteers. So that's this year's arc. So we've gotten 2 episodes out. We got 2 more to go. Although I guess Christmas Leftovers really isn't about the Force Ghost tree, but they're all written. They're nearly all shot, and yeah. What do you think I should post, a Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Probably Christmas Day morning. I usually post my videos in the morning, so it'd make more sense Christmas Day. Yoda is right there. Oh, Hamster has a great question. Why did you make the change from having Grogu making noises to him being able to speak? The answer is I built the Mandalorian costume. So I use show clips to make the Mandalorian's voice, which makes me laugh. And that is how I would like doing it. I find using AI for that a little unethical. I don't know. And it just makes me laugh. It's much harder to do, but then the issue became, okay, so I don't write dialogue when Grogu was just making noises. I don't write dialogue for Grogu because he makes noises. Now I can't write dialogue for Mando because I'm using show clips. So to have a story with 3 characters and I can only write dialogue for one of them and I need to like figure out the other 2, I'm like, you know what? I don't think that's way too difficult to put a story together, you know? It would be too clunky and forced. So I'm like, all right, so I need somebody's got to talk. So I'm like, well, let's Grogu talk. So before Grogu was just making baby sound noises like he does on the show, so I just made those same noises, used the same tone, but made them words. And it's that why, because I can't write for Mando, so I'm writing for Grogu. Just a writing logistics point. And then that became fun because he really became the main character. You know, where it was before it was like Trooper Mom's world, and she was trying to figure out how to be, you know, what she does. And now it's really like he's the center force. Oh, hey, Ruth. It's good to see you. Yes, I'm enjoying Skeleton Crew. I haven't seen the latest episode. I'm a little behind getting ready for the holidays, but I'm going to watch it tonight. So, but I'm enjoying it so far. To be fair, I enjoy all the Disney Plus shows up until this point. The first half of any Disney Plus series is always really strong. And then about episode, 4 of 6 or 6 of 8, the wheels start to come off a little bit. So we'll see if that happens here. I hope it doesn't. I hope they figure out how to make television at last. So, but I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's an original premise. I think the characters are good. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I was in Tim Tracker's video. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, up in the suite. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there were a lot of content creators on that trip. I was very honored to be one of them. That's kind of why I made so much content, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to make enough content to justify why I'm here, So, how was the Rams versus the Bills? That was not my favorite game to watch. No, they scored a lot of points. They also gave up a lot of points. So, I have not seen Hamilton. It was at. I didn't hear. By the time that the Hamilton hype got to me, the tickets were way too hard to get. So one day though. If you could train with any Jedi Knight, who would you choose? I would choose Mace Windu. Ooh, good choice. I think that's a hard choice to beat. I like Qui-Gon's vibe though. He seems laid back and chill. Like if you made a mistake or were late, he'd be like, "It's fine." You know what I mean? Like he'd be more my vibe. I'd worry about that Mace Windu would kind of be more disappointed in me if I screwed up. So maybe Qui-Gon just because he's more relaxed. Is Grogu going sledding again? We finally got snow covered today. We really haven't had a lot of snow. So I haven't really thought ahead. It's hard to plan winter sports videos when I don't know if I'm going to have snow and ice. So we'll see next year. So for right now, I'm just trying to get through like the holiday arc. But those are always fun, him out playing in the snow. It makes for a good visual, all the snow and then he's there. So we'll see. I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. I just want to point out again, I am helping YouTube test out a new feature called Jewels. It's a way of gifting where the gift doesn't have a dollar amount shown on it. So like instead of giving $1, you give a $1 jewel and it just comes up as a jewel. It's basically replicating the way TikTok does gifting. I don't need your gifts. It's an expensive times of year. Times are tough. You don't have to give me a gift. I'm not asking for gifts. I'm just helping you to test it. So that's why that is there and that's what that is. So. Elphaba costume. I love her looks. All those looks in Wicked were amazing. I liked a lot of the Citizen of Oz looks too. Like there was just really, really cool looks. The costume design was spectacular. You want to see Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, even though it's Christmas. That's a fun movie. It's too short. You should make a custom costume for a video, but it has something to do with the Bills. Well, I've made a lot of Bills looks. And I've had my Bills looks argue with each other. So we're going to get snow pants in the mix soon. Thoughts on Andor season 2? I can't wait. I wish it was soon, but then I don't want it to be over. You know what I mean? It's next in terms of Star Wars. It should be coming in the spring. And I think so once Skeleton Crew wraps up, we should probably be getting a release date. No, we do have a release date. I'm sorry. It's like April 22nd, I think. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, April 22nd. So it'll be here kind of before you know it. So I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it being over. I get comments about doing a clone cosplay every single live. I've never considered it before, but it's something that I am considering now. I think I would do though another vacuum formed plastic kit. I just think the amount of that armor, you just want something lighter. But I need to like focus on Boba Fett first, which clearly I'm not working on Boba Fett. I'm working on Bill's snow pants. But that's been like the whole year. I like work a little bit on Boba Fett for a day and then like, oh, another project or another idea comes along and I put it aside. So that's been the #1 goal in the new year is to finish that one. You're from Tennessee and I like the Tennessee Titans. So they aren't very good. Oh, there's 32 teams. They all can't be at the top. The Bills were on the bottom for a long time in a 17-year playoff drought. So it's nice. And then Night Racer asked, would you ever consider appointing a few mods for your live streams? I hadn't considered it before, but this live stream is somehow a little different where I can see that a moderator would be very necessary because some of these comments from you people are just like, I can see this, So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. It's just hard because, I hate to impose on anyone's time, but I need to start figuring that out. And I need to get a bigger live stream setup. I'm just live streaming on my phone, which is kind of a little too small to see everything. But yeah, I can't promise next live stream I'll have mods, but that's something clearly I need to work on. And thank you for bringing that up. And so, how many lightsabers do I have? I think I have 9. Yeah. A lot of, they've been sent to me, and it's been really, and I need to think about what one. I'll get lightsaber companies to reach out and say, hey, can we send you one? And I haven't responded because I can't think of another lightsaber that I don't have that I want. I had it in mind that I want all the, if a lightsaber was swung in live action by a woman, I wanted it. And I think I have them all except for young Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show. But maybe like a Mara Jade would be cool. I think that's the next one I should get, is a Mara Jade one. How do you do Grogu's voice? I just think of baby talk and then I kind of close my throat. So,
Hey, Mom, why does my voice sound like this?
so that's how I do it. Hey, Miguel. Oh, Night Racer, again, great question. Will I ever open a costume shop with investor money? The answer is a hard no. Here's the thing. Everyone is used to clothes being very inexpensive. You know, people kind of think a t-shirt costs $20, jeans cost $20. You know what I mean? Like the fabric alone is so expensive. And then my time, and then how would I fit someone who doesn't live in my house? I don't have those skills. I mean, if I were to sell a costume with the amount of time it takes and what my time I would want to price at, it would come out to a price that absolutely nobody would pay because they're used to buying like a hoodie for $20, and no costume I make could be in the price range. And I have friends that make costumes for others, and they just have horror stories of dealing with clients, and I don't think that's for me. I make costumes for me and like very occasionally for Jeremy, but I have no interest really in making it a costume making business. I make videos. That's my business. So, but I don't want to make costumes for other people. It's just not something that I'm interested in doing. So, oh, Night, you should just ask all the questions. These are great. And this is gonna be my last question though, because I kind of need to get back to this, and I am also have not yet had lunch, which is very dumb. So I'm gonna go have lunch. But yes, what is the most time consuming and why? There's so many different ways to answer that. I'll answer a couple ways. So when I would recap the Mandalorian episodes every week when the show was streaming, those take forever because I have to watch the show several times to be able to write it in the first place. So writing alone takes way longer because I have to watch the episode and know what happens. It's brand new to me, just like it's brand new to all of you. Then I need to somehow get the clips from the show to show on the TV while they're watching it, which you don't think is time consuming, but that's time consuming too. And then the shoot happens, and that's not so bad. But then editing it all together and putting the video behind. There was one day where I was so far behind the week, and I needed to shoot the whole thing on Saturday to have it from soup to nuts on Saturday to post it on Sunday. And I sat down to write at 8 a.m. and I was done uploading by 11:30 at night. It literally took all day. It's just it. And I just need, if I recap shows again, I need to do it in a way where it's the clip pulling just takes forever and writing. So those pop to mind. When I do videos that have a lot of costume changes, I'm talking about more than 4 costume changes, whether it's the Marvel women or some of the more elaborate costume closets, I do those over several days because after 4 costume changes, I just start to lose patience. And then it shows, right? Like if costuming is my thing, I want to kind of look relatively pulled together. So I kind of shoot it over multiple days just because that makes the costume changes easier. And then the part I never really think about is how long it takes to sometimes write these things. Like I need to get a really kind of decent idea. Sometimes I have a good idea, I have a good premise, but then I can't really figure out like where is the script going. So, but yeah, those anytime I'm recapping a TV show like Trooper Mom and Grogu sit down to watch The Mandalorian, those take forever. So that is a great question. I'm actually gonna see if you have any other good questions. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. I'm trying to go live every week. I missed last week, so I might try to squeeze in another live this weekend, maybe Monday, so I get caught up. Again, thank you so much for being here and for some great questions and for sitting and chatting with me while I work on my snow pants. And we'll see you next time. Happy holidays, everyone. Be real safe out there.